Alright, so once again, we are back with a movie trailer reaction. So that probably means that there's some kind of superhero or something trailer-related thing going on. And today we're talking about Captain Marvel, because the much-anticipated Captain Marvel trailer has just dropped like 4 hours ago. I'm late to the game because I was at work, but I'm very excited to watch this. Some of the first look photos released a couple weeks ago, and they looked so good, so I'm very excited for this trailer. Now, Captain Marvel is a character that's been gaining a lot more popularity in like the comic book world recently, and just with the buzz behind Marvel in general, Brie Larson playing her, this movie is getting quite a bit of hype, being that it's a brand new character being introduced on a big screen before what is going to be a insane, most likely, follow-up to Infinity War. This is kind of like all eyes are on this movie, so we are gonna just jump right into the trailer and then I'll offer up some of my thoughts on it, so now. It's a blockbuster. Now we know it's the 90s. Damn, she's like just smacked in there.
War is a universal language.
Action sign behind her.
I know a renegade soldier when I see one. Never occurred to me that one might come from above. Space invasion, big car chase. Truth be told, I was ready to hang it up till I met you today.
Yes. Love it.
So
Young Fury.
You're not from around here.
It's hard to explain. I keep having these memories. I see flashes.
I feel like her voice is just like higher than I remember, even though I know exactly what she sounds like from Scott Pilgrim and everything else.
If it's real. Fonts kind of reminded me of like Aquaman for some reason.
We have no idea what threats are out there.
Ah!
We can't do this alone. We need you.
Just clock the lady, an old lady.
I'm not what you think I am.
Yes, this suit. All right, so that, in my opinion, is a really good teaser trailer. That like doesn't really give you too much information. Showing a good amount of Nick Fury is gonna get people that are familiar with the Marvel universe but have no knowledge of who or what Captain Marvel is. That's gonna get them more invested, because like everybody at this point should know who Nick Fury is. Because it's not the full trailer, there's a lot of stuff that's kind of like left out of it. Like you get like the slight like, hey, you're not from here, are you? And then her being like, I have memories that make it seem like I am from here. So it's all those different things. So I feel like if you are not familiar with Captain Marvel, this kind of teaser trailer is going to leave you asking a lot more questions than you have answers to, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Like you see this trailer and you might be like, well, who the hell is Captain Marvel? So you go look up Captain Marvel and then realize that there's a very rich and confusing backstory to her comic book years. But like hopefully you'll find some of the more modern stuff and kind of get into the story it looks like they are trying to tell. I'm kind of really excited that it's set in the 90s. I know in some of the promo pictures she's wearing a Nine Inch Nails shirt. Obviously she crashed right into the blockbuster. I'm really excited for that kind of 90s vibe thing. We've had like the 80s vibe with Guardians, and now we're kind of getting that next generation in, and I'm just very excited to see how they tie it in to Infinity War. So far, all the stuff going on in space looks really good. I'm really hoping that old lady was a Skrull. Otherwise, I don't think people are gonna like Captain Marvel very much. Or they might really like her. I don't know where you guys fall on the punching old ladies in the face zone, but yeah. And that's the type of thing that's gonna like confuse the average person looking at the trailer, but still be funny and make people be like, okay, why the hell did she punch an old lady in the face? So I think that is very exciting. If you guys aren't familiar with Captain Marvel, I would definitely encourage you to go look into her backstory a little bit more. In a lot of ways, it almost seems very similar to kind of like the Hal Jordan story when you really kind of break it down at what it is. Not identical, but it's kind of similar. Fun fact, Shazam's name used to actually be Captain Marvel, and they had to change it for obvious reasons. So there's like the variation on the Spider-Man No You, but it was both of them. I thought that was really funny. But yeah, as a teaser trailer, I think this is a really good job doing its job that doesn't tell you too much about the plot, and then hopefully the first actual trailer will give you a little bit more details on what the story is going to be about. Even though I think you kind of get a general idea if you know what the Captain Marvel like history is. I think you have a general idea of what's going on in this. But I like the trend of being a little bit more reserved with teaser trailers, so then you can tell a little bit more in the regular trailer, rather than making a teaser trailer an actual trailer that tells people just about everything they need to know, and then every preceding trailer coming after that is just like, here's 5 minutes of the movie, here's another 10 minutes of the movie. So then by the time you actually go watch the movie, it feels like you've already seen it. So I kind of like this kind of more subdued trend, and I think it looks pretty good. But either way, I think it gives you a really nice teaser to her origin. You get a general idea of what's kind of happened to her, but you don't quite have all the pieces. But that's okay, because the movie paints it that she doesn't have all the pieces. So the movie's probably going to tell a nice story about how she kind of like picks up those pieces and lays it out, and then you get the building blocks for what happened in her origin, what's happening to her currently, and what's going forward. Like, what is the central story discussing? So this should probably both help expand in the cosmic area of Marvel, but then also tie back into what's been going on in the Infinity War area of Marvel. Obviously, just because of the post-credit scene in Infinity War, you know that Captain Marvel ties in some way, so we know it's gonna tie into that, but it's also nice to see how it ties into the cosmic stuff, which I expected. But let me know what you guys are thinking in the comment section down below. Obviously, I have not scoured the background for all sorts of like crazy little details, but if there's anything that stood out to you guys after like multiple watches, anything people are saying online, let me know. We'll get the discussion going down there. Let me know if you guys are excited for Captain Marvel. Let me know what you are most excited about in the movie world. So thank you all so much for watching. Have a fantastic day, and we'll catch you all later.